Hello there. If you're watching this video, you're most likely renting my RV. My name's Jared. Thank you for watching. Or you're interested in a 2015 Jayco Redhawk. Either way, let's go through this thing. I just want to get you up to speed how to start it. I haven't been in this thing in a couple days, so I just want to go through how to get the power on and get the pop outs out and everything else. So I'm going to switch this thing around and let's go through the inside first, and then I'll go on the outside and show you how to do water and everything. First thing you're going to want to do when you come in, the power step is going to automatically come out unless you have this little power step button off. So if you have that off, it should not retract or go back in when you close the door, so that's nice. You don't have to wait for it every time when you're actually camping. If you leave that button off and you turn the engine on, it will retract. So it's a safety thing. So no matter whether you have this off or on, as soon as you turn the RV on, it will retract. So first thing you're going to want to do is go into the main power. You just push it just once. And you heard that beep. That's a new CO2 detector. So it beeps right when it starts up, and then it beeps when it's warmed up in a couple seconds. So as soon as you turn that main power switch on, everything else in the RV is going to work. If you don't have that on, nothing's going to work. This is the master switch for the interior lights. So if you don't have this on, none of the interior lights are going to work in the RV. So everything will work. So there's an exterior light that goes on the outside there. First thing you're going to want to do if you want to open the pop out, I ask to either have the RV plugged in, have the engine running, or have the, and there's the CO2 detector telling me that it's warmed up. So you're going to want to have the engine running, the RV plugged in, or have the generator running when you open the pop out, just to help the battery out. So when the generator is cold, you're going to want to push the prime button until the light turns on. That just primes the generator, and then you're just going to hold this for probably 10 seconds. It takes a little bit to come on, and so we're going to wait for the generator to come under load before we open the pop out, just so it's helping the battery get power. So we're going to hear in a couple seconds a beep, and that means the generator is actually giving power. So we're going to use the generator power to open the pop out today. And you heard that beep just now, unless I was talking over it. So let's get the pop out. So you just go out for out and in for in. You're gonna hold this button all the way until it's out, until you hear a click a couple seconds after you think it's done. I don't know if you heard that second click, but you just hold that button until it clicks twice, sort of, and then you're out. And again, just have the vehicle plugged in or running, or the generator running before you bring the slide out back in. So let's go in now. You're just going to push the in button. Keep holding it until you hear that second. You're going to hear a click. It tilts a little bit when it comes in. That's normal. You're going to feel kind of a jolt. It's sort of a safety mechanism going in there. So just keep holding that button until it kind of jolts. These sensors get clogged up all the time. I don't know. I've tried to fix them and it just doesn't work. So sensors don't work. I'm really sorry about that. But your water pump can be on as you're running. Actually, let's kick the generator off. All right. So that's how you turn the generator off, is the bottom button. So your water pump can be on as you're driving, as long as your main power is on. So you can use the toilet on the road if you need to. Don't have the water heater on unless your water pump is on. You can burn out the coil in there. So make sure your water pump is on if your water heater is on. This is your inverter, just to give you power on the road. It just turns your battery power into AC power. So if you need to use that outlets while you're driving, that's your inverter. But I don't use that a whole lot. All right, so that's basically the main control panel. Here's your awning switch. Push out to go out and in to go in. It will come back in if you push the out button, but it goes backwards on itself. So please push in to go in and out to go out. We have games up here, ponchos and fly swatters. Here's your bunk bed with the ladder. We have a couple windshield covers. This goes on the outside that you can use. That covers up the side doors. This is how you pull the TV out. Whenever you're going somewhere new, you're going to have to scan for new channels with the over-the-air antenna. So you just go into the settings and scan for channels just like you would any other TV. There's a PlayStation. I have game. Uh-oh, where'd the games go? Oh yeah, there's some games, headphones, controllers. I don't have DVDs. You're gonna have to bring Blu-rays and DVDs if you want those, but there's a PlayStation if you want it. Here's your leveling. I have leveling blocks that I'll show you in a second. Cooking supplies, coffee maker, there's a toaster. I always have paper towels in here. There's not right now, but there are always paper towels. I'm gonna have cleaning supplies for you. I'll have batteries in here, plug-ins, koozies. I mean, you don't have to bring a whole lot when you're coming here. I have a first aid kit as well. Alcohol, gloves, swabs. Here's all the cleaning supplies. Your propane, you don't have to worry about refilling propane, and it's going to be full enough for you to go through your whole trip. Turn this bad boy on, and you just flip the switch. Same with all of them. I haven't turned the fridge on, and I'm going to do that right now. So I usually just put it on auto. That way it'll run off of gas. It should click on. There it is. So it'll run off of gas unless you're plugged in, and then it'll go off of electricity. You don't have to go to coldest setting. Honestly, 2 or 3 is really fine. There's a checklist for when you're done. Tuck in the back sheet, but there's always going to be sheets and comforter and coverlet on the bed. I always have extra bedding up top. There's always a couple extra pillows and a couple extra comforter, or 1 extra comforter at least up there. Towels for you to use. I usually have 4 towels. There's extra vacuum, fan for wherever you need it. There's hangers. I just left everything open for you. So now, oh, they had the tank heater on. So this is the tank heater. This tank heater doesn't need to be on unless you're in the winter. This is just to heat up your black water tank, so it doesn't freeze on you. So you don't ever have to turn that on. This is just, again, master switches for your bath fan and bath light. Your bath lights also have a switch. The bath fan won't work unless the vent is open. So as soon as you get that vent open, and there's switches, there's double switches for everything. Just make sure that vent is closed when you leave, when you're driving. Close that vent, it could get ripped off. In here, when you do your dumping, I asked to put one of these pods in the toilet after you're done dumping, and run the toilet for about 10 to 15 seconds just to get some water in there and dissolve that pod. It just prepares the tank to dissolve waste for next use, basically. This dinette turns into a bunk bed. You just pull this off, and then you take this pipe out, and then put your table right onto this, and then you're going to use the extra cushion that's up on the bunk bed to make this into a bed. This also comes as a pop out. I don't know if I can do it with just one hand, so you just put one hand on the top and one hand in the middle there, and just pull and push, and it'll come out. There's seat belts all the way around. You might lose these seat belts if you use the this bed, the pull out. You just got to fish them out from underneath. Receiver here, so you can connect to your phone and play music. Most phones don't have an auxiliary port anymore, so this is a Bluetooth. You just connect to FM BTIS. The first preset is going to be the radio station set to this receiver, and then you can play your own music and answer phones. There's a wireless charger right here for your phone. I have a dash cam. You don't have to have it plugged in. I do it for my own security when I'm driving, but you can unplug it here. If you want to unplug that, you totally can. I don't care. I just have it for myself when I'm driving. Welcome mats. There's frisbees and balls. There's a welcome mat. Here's your propane, but you won't have to deal with that. Here's a toolbox. There's air pump. There's some big garbage bags for outside if you want it. This is going to be all your fire supplies and also your leveling blocks. There's off spray. I have a lot of off spray. I have 2 folding bikes that I include if you want it. I can take them off if you want. I just ask when you put them back, please put them back with the derailleur up. This derailleur, if you put it down, it's going to, you might break it. So please put the derailleur up when you put them back here. You're gonna have some chairs and tables. This is your freshwater hoses. This is all just fresh water. This isn't gonna be anything for your sewer. Here's your gray water and black water over there, both of the valves. You're going to hook this up to that guy right there, and then you're going to put this into the hole. Most dump stations are going to have a water hookup so you can flush the tank. Their water supply up to this is the bottom. This is to clean out your tank. And then this is a valve system here. You're going to want to have these up so it doesn't slump. Of course, I have enough of them for as long as you need to go. And hook your hose up. You're always going to pull black first. This is your toilet. Always pull black first when you're hooked up and you're in the hole, and then pull gray after that to help rinse it out. And while that's going, you're going to have water hooked up, and you're going to switch it to sanitized tank. You see 1-4 here. 1 and 4 to flush the tank. Flush your black water. You push it in here. If you want to fill your tank, you go to just 1 and 6, and you plug into the top. This is your fresh water here. This is going to go to your black water and your gray tanks. This is your fresh water. And then if you want to fill, you go 1 and 6. If you want to run off of city water, your camp water, you go to 2 and 6. And then you're just going to be running off camp water. This water pump is only for outside to wash your feet or whatever, shower outside if you want. So we're back. I'm going to go back to 3 and 5. That's just going to be running off your tank off of the RV. So unleaded only, E87, not E85 or 88. Roadside stuff, road triangles, jumper cables, and all that. A cabin battery. And here's your plug-in for your electricity. It's a 30 amp plug. And let me just pull it out here. Here's your, then it also has an adapter for just a normal outlet. That'll run maybe your AC, and that's it. Like, you can turn on the AC and have everything else off, but if you try to overload that, you're just gonna trip something. This is your generator. I wanted to just show the generator, and there is one switch. If you end up tripping and we can't figure out what's going on, there is a chance, if you end up tripping like a main switch, there is a chance that this little breaker right here got tripped. You can see this is how you can start the generator from outside here. There's a little trip switch right here. If you overload, if you're trying to use the coffee maker and the toaster and the microwave and the AC all together, you might flip this switch right here. So I just want to show that to you, just so you know that might be something I might ask you to flip. So it's just a cover that comes on here. It's kind of tough. Yeah, with one hand I'm not going to be able to put this back on, but I just wanted to show that to you, and I'll cut to the next part. All right, I think that's all she wrote. I don't know if I forgot anything. If I did, I might cut it into this video. I'm not sure. But I'm excited to meet you, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.